What is going up, guys? This is the Flamespot here, and we are back with a brand new paper games video. And yes, it is another paper game, and you actually have probably seen this from the last video in which I built this paper game actually. However, I talked over it, one of my life stories. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm pretty sure it's a little funny, or at least some of you might relate to it. Now, this paper game is called It's a Trap. And you might be like, whoa, what's a trap? And I'm just like, this video, no. No, so It's a Trap. This is a two-player game, and it's the Rebels versus Imperials, if you guys might know what that means now. This game is actually based off of the space battle when the Rebels try to attack the Death Star and attempt to blow it up. However, whenever the Rebel spies gathered information on that the Imperial fleet were somewhere else on the other side of the galaxy, so the Rebels were like, oh, we should attack them now. However, boom, whenever they went there, the Imperials showed up with their full fleet next to the Death Star, and basically it was a trap, and that's Admiral Akbar's famous lines, "It's a trap." So therefore, this game is named after that. Now, you might see a difference. The video that I posted whenever I actually made this, it did not work in the end, as I realized. So what I did, I just ripped out the page, because if you guys didn't know, if you haven't seen the video, I drew one side of the board here and one side of the board on this side. However, after realizing that how I made my individual characters, my individual planes, it would only work if they were going up and down and left and right. If you try to spin them, then it doesn't take up the whole square and it looks a little awkward. Yes, you can do it, however, it does look a little awkward. So instead of going from left to right, I decided to rip out the page, tape it on a little bit, and make it come from up and down. Now, it doesn't really ruin your journal a bit, you just have two pages. If you're just regularly drawing this on just two separate pieces of paper, then it's even better. So you guys just saw a little, if you haven't seen the other video, you just saw a little peek of the game pieces. So yeah, so this is It's a Trap. Now, before I actually go into all of this and how to play the game, which is what this video is going to mainly be about, we're going to go check out the game pieces. So here we are with the pieces, and like I said, this is a two-player game, Rebels versus Imperials, so one person has to be the Imperials, one person has to be the Rebels. Now, you might notice that the Rebels have more ships just by looking at this. However, each of these ships have different functions, and that does not mean that the Rebels actually have an advantage. They actually have a huge disadvantage in this game. So if you want to challenge yourself, it might be better to be the Rebels. So, there are, besides these three ships right here, 1, 2, 3, that you don't see on the Imperial side, both sides have the same amount of ships, which have the same function. Now, each side has their hero ship, so we have the Millennium Falcon and an Imperial shuttle, and these ships can fire a one square, they can move one square up, down, left, right. Look at that. I had two more TIE fighters. Well, those aren't actually supposed to be in it. However, actually, before I say all the functions, let me just go over the different things. So you have one hero ship on each side, two bombers, two bombers. Gosh, I can't point at the same thing. Two fast-moving ships, so I have the TIE Interceptor and an A-Wing. And then 5 basic ships, so the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing. Now, the functions for each of these ships, like I said, the hero ships can move up, down, left, right, 1, which I will show you whenever I get back to the graph, big board. The bombers, also, the hero ship also can fire 2 squares all around them, so I will again show you that on the board, and which they have 2 health. The bombers have, they can move 1 square vertical or horizontal, so they're actually really slow, like bombers are supposed to be. And what they can fire a 2x3 rectangle in front of them, which again, like I said, I'll show you. The fast moving ships, so the A-Wing or the TIE Interceptor, they can move three squares in any way, so they can go diagonal, up, down, left, right, but the main thing about these is that they can move 3 and they can move diagonally, making them a very key ship. These have 2 HP. Actually no, the A-Wing has 1 health, the Y-Wing has 2 health. Y-Wing, why did I say that? The A-Wing or the bombers have 2 health, and then the basic TIE Fighter or X-Wing has 2 health, in which they can move 2 squares anywhere adjacently, so they can go diagonal, up, right, left, down. These are your basic units, and they can fire 2 squares in front of them. So these are the basic pieces. Let me put them on board. Alright, so here we are in the setup phase. Now you can see I actually already set up the board, however I will redo some of these, this setup. So, as you can see, there are different squares marking on which ships and which side goes in which area. Now, the rebels go inside of the red/pinkish square, because that's somewhat their color, it's red, and then the imperials go in the blue, which is all the way back there. Each of them are an even amount of squares, and depending on how much paper you have when you are making this game, you guys can just keep it limited to 1 page and have this a small game, or you can make this a big 2-page and have a large startup area. However, it's important to note that you have to you have to put your life support cruisers in these 3 little box areas. Now, as I say life support cruisers, I did forget to say that in the last clip. However, these are your life support cruisers. These are one of the main goals that is going to be, well, that's basically how you win the game for each side. Each life support cruiser can move 2 squares vertically or horizontally. So whenever I say vertically or horizontally, I mean you can go up 1 square, up 2 squares, or it can go sideways 1 square and up 1 square. That's still 2 moves. So whenever I was talking about the A-Wing, which is this thing right here, I'd say, remember you get to have 3 moves, you can go diagonally 3 times. So it's a really fast ship. Or you can go diagonally once, attack, then diagonally back twice, so you can get out of the range of another ship. So, now that I figured that I told you guys about the different moving areas, like I said with your support cruisers, since I made this the wrong way, I actually decided that it should be, it's a good thing to have it like this, so that you can put your life support cruise in any of these highlighted areas boxes, so you can move it up, you can move it down, however you want your strategy to be. Maybe you're trying to just rush to the safety area. Now, safety area. The goal of this game, there are 2 goals for each side. The rebels, what they want to do, they want to have at least one of their life support cruisers to reach this safety zone. Although the safety zone is close to the Death Star, you can move to the Death Star like on this side, and so you're trying to like bypass the Imperial fleet to get to the safety zone in order to like warp out. However, the safety zone is in the center, just so that you guys will have to have action. If you guys want to, you can start the rebels right here, you can start the Imperials right there, you can have the safety zone on this side, and you can make the Imperials faster than the rebels if you want to do that. Then it'll be even harder. However, with this build-up that I have right now, my rebels are trying to get to this little orange safety zone area. In order to get into the safety zone, the cruiser has to be fully inside. So it can't have one of the parts inside, it has to be all 3 boxes of the Imperial cruiser, of the life support cruiser has to be inside. And as you can see, this is a 1x3 box ship. So, that's the rebels' goal. Another rebel goal is to completely wipe out the Imperial fleet, and then obviously you won't have any offense or any enemies trying to stop you from getting to this goal. You just automatically win. The goal of the Imperials is to either wipe out the entire rebel fleet, which is obvious, or what they are trying to target are your life support cruisers. If you destroy all 3 life support cruisers, then you automatically win. You don't have to kill any of the, you don't have to destroy any of the other rebels, you just have to destroy the life support cruisers. So whenever you guys are setting up, make sure you set up accordingly so that you guys can actually figure out this strategy. So what I have right here, I have a diamond-shaped formation. It's like a wedge. In order to like protect my cruisers in case if they're trying to get like attacked over here. And then I also have all my big guns along with my fast A-wings on this side to prepare to attack if anyone tries to come through the portal. When I say portal, yes. These 4x3 areas on here, these are portals. Now this, you don't have to be the full ship, so if you're a bomber or you have a hero, if you have one corner in, then you're going to go to the opposite side and you're going to go to where that was. So like shown, if you put one corner in right here, then you're going to warp one quarter. That same corner is going to be on the opposite portal. If you were right here and you just decide to warp, then you can go right there. It's basically wherever you land in the opposite portal. Now, I'm not going to be that biased with you guys, but if you are the Imperials, you don't want that much of a formation. You want to have an attacking form trying to get along the end of the barrier so that you can get all your ships out in order to destroy those live cruisers. Rebels, of course, have a different strategy. You can just completely protect your cruisers. Now, it's time that we actually play. So throughout this whole entire map, you see these little black dots. These are just obstacles. You cannot go through them. However, with this game, you don't need a dice. No, you don't need one of those. You don't need a quarters. No, you don't need anything except for your mind, basically. And just the rule book on how you move your ship. Now, every single turn, it's a turn-based system, so one side goes and then the other side goes. The Imperials always go first since they have the surprise. Now, everyone on their team moves at once. So not one at a time, because that would take way too long. Everyone on the opposite team will move at once. So the Imperial hero shuttle, you can move once up. The bombers move once up, and like I said, and most people are going, the TIE fighters move 2 up. Usually I actually suggest you play this with a pencil or something, because it's easier to actually move your pieces with a pencil. So 1, 2 boxes, 1, 2. The beginning is a little boring of this game. See, my TIE intercepts. It's hard to see from back there, so I'm gonna show you the rebel side. So just these are gonna move 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and basically that's the Imperial move. Now it's going on to the rebel side. So I'm actually going to play a whole game of this. Of course, it's gonna be fast forwarded, just for you guys' convenience. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let's get to that fast forward. Alright, so what I want you guys to notice is that we are starting to actually get back into some action. You can see that there are some Imperials on the Rebel side, and it's the Imperials' turn. Now you might have saw that I took out one of the TIE interceptors, and that's because it actually got out. Ooh, the focus just changed. However, this is actually a perfect show of demonstration. So, now the TIE interceptors and the A-wings, they can only fire one square around them. However, the TIE fighters and the X-wings, of course, they can fire 2 in front of them. Now, friendly fire is on. So, that is a main thing to think about whenever you guys are playing this game, that there is friendly fire. So, let's just say that I had a TIE interceptor right here, and that I already used up all, well, right here, and I already used up all my turns. Which actually doesn't really help that much. They have the bomber there and the Millennium Falcon there, and I have the Titan Interceptor there, and it's just going to cause me problems next turn. However, this is not worth it at all. If all your guys have used the move except for this one bomber, then what you might want to do is either you can attack now and then move, or you can move and then attack. So if I attack now, you go into a 2x3 box. And you can see I'm going to hit the Millennium Falcon, and I'm also going to hit another A-Wing. Not an A-Wing, bomber. So that means that each of these are going to get 1 health subtracted from their total. So the hero ship had a total of 4 health, while the bomber had 2 health. So this bomber would have 1, this hero ship would have 3, and you would destroy the TIE Interceptor. Now if you go 1 up, you move, and then you attack, then all you're going to hit is this one X-Wing. So that is just a valuable thing to think about whenever you guys are actually playing. So that is it right now. Back to the fast forward. Now another thing to actually think about, whenever you're using a hero ship, your hero ship can only fire once every other turn, so keep that in mind. This is another rule that I actually forgot to tell you guys about, more or less because the hero ship is really overpowered if you are on the rebel side. So let's just say you're surrounded by the Imperial fleet, or you can just keep your hero ship just right outside of the range of your cruisers, and then you can just basically take out the whole entire fleet every single turn. This gun, Imperial, he can only fire once every other turn. So I am currently thinking, is it worth it to try to take out this one TIE fighter in exchange for hurting, well, my bombers and my X-Wing? So I'm actually not going to take that move, and I'm going to let that TIE fighter actually still continue to hurt me. So back with the fast forward. So it was at this moment I actually realized that I just completely left my cruisers defenseless except for this one bomber. However, I do not want to attack these TIE fighters, mainly because then I will have nothing to basically defend, since I would destroy my X-Wing, since this X-Wing already had 1 point against it. And if you see, every now and again I'm putting a dash along these my pieces, and that's just to show how many lives or how much damage this ship has taken. It's just an easy thing to remember which has which, so no one's like cheating or just saying, wait, this ship still has 2 even though it might only have 1. So basically now I'm trying to re-scramble my rebel fleet to bring it back a bit so that I can defend my cruisers. And if you guys didn't see, the last time I actually fired my hero weapon, so I cannot fire it again, even though this would be a perfect opportunity to take all of these out, since both of these TIE fighters only have 1 HP. However, I have nothing that can attack them, since I think I did move everything already, except for that cruiser. Well, these cruisers actually. So, as you can see, I have some TIE fighters and a TIE Interceptor actually coming in and going to be harassing my life support cruisers. Now, the life support cruisers actually cannot attack at all in general, so they're just helpless, basically. So, back to it. we are down to the final few pieces, and as you can see, not only is friendly fire on, you might have saw that couple of objects at once. Like I said, if you have the range, so let's just say that it's this TIE fighter's turn, if you have the range, which is 2 blocks in any direction, then it could attack both of these at once. So that was just the explanation to that. Sorry, these are split up into small little explanation thingies. However, we're back on the final few turns. I don't know where it's gonna go. If you guys can see that the Imperial shuttle and the bombers haven't gotten to the battle yet. Now, if you guys want to change the rules, you can make it so that the Imperial bombers can have 2 moves on the shuttle, so that they can get more action. However, these guys are gonna be key roles in the last couple of moves. Now, I don't actually remember if I already moved those guys, but I'm just gonna do it again anyway. So yeah, so now it's probably gonna be the Rebels' turn again. 1, 2, 1. So I can't attack in any directions on that Rebel pilot, that Imperial pilot. I am sure that this bomber still has both its life. This fighter has 1, and this fighter I think has both as well. Along with this. This cruiser has 2 health left, this one has all 3, so we're gonna have to put these bombs to good use on the Imperial side. However, it's still the Rebel turn, so I'm gonna have that go like that. And now it's the Imperial turn. So I'm gonna put him back over there. Really wish I did use the bombers. Put the bombers, like, if you just put the bombers inside of the end square, it's actually a really good strategy, and then because then the Rebels will have to attack you. So yep. Let's see. The Imperial turn. Let's see what's it good. Alright, so this one already has 2 off, so I can either try to damage one of these ships, which I'm actually not going to worry about. I'm just going to go straight to the cruisers. So I'm going to damage that one again. So this only has 1 life, that still has 3. 1, 2, 2. Still. So now it is Rebel's turn. I'm going to go here. I'm going to attack that, so that bomber only has 1 health now. Bomber's going to move forward, attack this TIE fighter's out. It's going to move forward. I'm going to move my bomber sideways. Going to move my life support signals up too. Alright, I'm going to go forward 1 and I'm going to attack. So this is actually forward roll, it's going to be up in the levels. Again, me. Yeah, because it's a 2x3, so 1, 2, 3, so that's going to attack this, so this is out. This Rebel ship is out. So now all I'm left with is 1 life support cruiser, a bomber, and a TIE fighter. Now, position is key, as you can see, because this bomber will probably wipe out this life support cruiser if you're not careful enough, and I have 2 of them. These guys are very strong. Keep in mind, both of these have full health, so 2, 2, and 3. This one has 1, 2, and 4 still. It's my shuttle. And I still have to move these guys, and let's go. So, since I am the Rebels, I am going to try to attempt to destroy that bomber somehow with my X-Wing. It's probably gonna have to be a suicide run and see if I can sneak in my life support on this side. So since I'm playing both sides, of course, I'm going to try to think of a way to counter that, since I would think that that's probably the only strategy that you would have to go with. So I'm gonna move not there, because that was 2 moves. Oops. So yep, this game board is a little awkward since it is 2 pages. I don't remember if it was on that box or that box. I'm just gonna assume it's that box. So yes, I'm gonna go over with my bomber. And I have to keep in mind that that bomber can do a 2x3. So if it moves up 1, then it can attack all these areas, which means I want to go down 1. Because these guys can move adjacent, remember. Now it's Imperial turn. I'm just going to move that guy there for ease. That bomber's going to go there. The shuttle's going to go there. 1 over, 1 up. Let's try to sneak this guy in. Looks like this bomber is actually not well, no, it can still destroy this. I don't know if there's going to be enough turns. Let's just see. However, yes, it is the rebel side, so I'm just going to destroy this bomber anyway, so might as well. My bomber's going to move beside 1, and now I'm just left with 1 bomber and 1 shuttle. On the Imperial side, this is going to be a close one. 1, 2. Wait, oh, I have these guys. 1, 2. That's not going to attack anything, and I'm just going to give up on this bomb. I'm just not probably going to use him anymore. He's useless right now. Now it's your turn. Now, do I want to go... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go 1 up, and I'm going to attack, which means that this team's going to have 1 life. This, I'm going to move my shuttle over 1, which means this guy's turn, the rebel's turn. So, 1, 2, so I have 1 part. Alright, so the rebels are going to win, because they're going to be able, no matter what I do, this guy has 3 health still. No matter what I do, there's no way I can damage that Flamespot cruiser 3 times, so I'm just gonna cut my losses, destroy this last TIE fighter, and move my shuttle over. And it's the rebels' turn, so 1, 2. They got a life support cruiser fully inside the evac zone, which means that the rebels win. Alright, so basically, although this is quite a complex game, I am going to have a link to my Paper Games website in the description, which actually will have all the rules, all the movements of these things, basically anything you will need to know about this game is going to be on a PDF on my on my website, which again is linked down in the description. So if you guys want some more Paper Game videos, whether it be Star Wars, dice game, quarter games, moving games, just please stay in the comments. If you guys suggest anything, I will try to make it the best I can, and just a new way. I try to make new different types of games every single time. If you guys want to see more about this, please go into the comments again, and that's all gonna be, that's all it's gonna be for today, folks. This is the Flamespot, signing out.